Wrong microphone again. I'm going to try to get it on here before everybody gets in here. There we go. Taking these off. I'm going to plug this one in. There we got it. Wow. Hey everybody, it's been a busy morning. I've talked to my nephew 3 times this morning. He's so excited. He is just so excited. Y'all have been writing him some wonderful things. He had a friend the other day who didn't have any stamps to write his family, and he gave this friend all the stamps he had to write his family. And he didn't know what he was going to do, but the next day, one of you, and I don't know who you were, but thank you very much, one of you sent him a book of stamps. And he said they were the most luscious stamps he had ever seen. They were scratch and sniff stamps of popsicles. And he said that's the last thing he needed was a popsicle because he's been trying to do low carb. And he got the biggest kick out of it. He really did get the biggest kick out of it. So he said the Bible teaches that when you give all you have, it'll come back to you. And he did. And you sent in the book of stamps, whoever you were. Thank you so much. He was seeing the Bible in action because of you sending those stamps. I'll get this right in a minute. So, folks, you are touching lives. And if you hadn't had a chance to, if you hadn't done it and you want to, send Ben a letter. And one of you sent his buddy some stamps, too. The guy that cuts his hair, JC. Y'all have just been so good. And there is a program out that Ben showed me about, and it's called Write a Prisoner. And you can become a pen pal with somebody who's in prison and help to tell them that there are people out there that care about their souls. And so this is Ben's address, and he's been working on a book about his number, and he has been writing some wonderful stuff. So if you get a chance, after this is over, go back and you can get his address. So, you all know that I lost my scissors. You knew I lost my scissors. And I've been looking for my scissors for a while. And I thought I had found them. But really I hadn't found them because Robert found them in the drawer where we put the scissors, but I like to have a pair of scissors right beside me. In my pencil cup, I keep a pair of scissors because you never know when you got to open something. And last night, I was doing something. I cleaned out a little cubby hole, just a little cubby hole, and this is the most amazing little cubby hole I've got. My husband is so good to me. He'll build me anything I want. I mean, anything I want, he will build it for me. And a few months ago, I said, honey, you see this magazine? I have a table, an end table, that you can open up the door, and I put a basket in it. So I have a drawer that comes out because it was like this bottomless pit. But it also had a magazine rack on the side of this table. And the magazine rack was a deep, dark hole. Deep, dark hole. I would put things in it and it would pile up and I couldn't put anything in it anymore. So I asked Robert to build me a little tray that would sit down in this magazine rack to hold my paraffin, kind of like my little bucket here, my joy bucket, except it's my work bucket. It's things that I use every day, and so I took it out of its little spot in the magazine rack, and I have it right here. This is the way it looks. This is the front side of it. This is a little strip that keeps it from dropping down. The back side is made of pegboard. It was open at the bottom, so he put some tape over it so things wouldn't fall down in there. But here are my pens that keep me where I highlight stuff that I'm working on, and I've got some other highlighters and my little chin shaver here. Lots of good stuff. I got dental floss. I got my little Calm magnesium drink. I got some little toothpick things that the dentist gave me. I got a little baby powder right here, a little thing of baby powder, because sometimes my hand gets sweaty around my ring and it bothers me. There is a little thing of salt if I start coughing. So I got all this right in here, and then I have this is my manicure set. A calculator. I know I have a pink rag in here somewhere. I have a pink rag. I have my disposable little toothbrushes that I keep beside me all the time. That I use these often. I like them. Makes my mouth feel fresh. So I have all this stuff in here, and things weren't going down in there very good last night. And I'm trying to figure out, well, what's going on? What's going on? And I reached down in here, and I kept digging, and I pulled everything out, which wasn't much, and guess what I found? My scissors. I found my lost scissors. They were in my little cubby. They're supposed to be in my pencil holder, but they were in my little cubby. I also have a flashlight that hangs there. It's a super strong flashlight. I like my flashlight. But you see, they had dropped down in there because I had just inadvertently used them and put them in there. And there they were. Those were my real scissors. Now, my question for you is, what have you found in your cleaning? There are lots of treasures out there. I mean, I was beginning to think I was losing my mind. And Robert had found the scissors, but they weren't the scissors. But they looked just like these, and so I thought it was my scissors, but it wasn't. It wasn't. My scissors were real close to where they were supposed to be, but it wasn't their home. The salt for a cough, I learned this. This is an old wise wife, not a wives' tale. It's an old cure. When you get phlegm in your throat, it causes you to cough. And to cut that phlegm, some people gargle with salt water. Well, my boss, Mr. Whitfield, many years ago told me to get a little salt, put it in your hand, touch your finger to your tongue, and then touch it in the salt and put it on your tongue. And it will cut that phlegm immediately and stop the cough. Yeah, it will. So if people are saying we need to drink up, get your water. Everybody, get your water. I've already had a cup of coffee and another bottle of water, but hey, it's time for a little break. So as Scott Adams would say, the simultaneous sip. I think we're going to drink to our health. That is so good. So I have used that salt method being on stage and get a little tickle in your throat and you think you're going to cough. I have used it doing 30 interviews in one day in New York City. So it is amazing how the little touch of salt will work. It'll cut it every time. But don't do a whole bunch, just a little bit. Just a little bit. And it works. It really does work. So that's my tale of two scissors. We can find some stuff if we will just start cleaning out. Start with the areas in your home that are hot spots. Hot spot on your credenza behind your couch. That's mine. It used to be a rocking chair. One time, I put so many things in the rocking chair that the rocking chair turned over. So let's look in those hot spots. You're going to find some things you didn't know you had. That you did not know you had. And you're going to be so surprised. We have had people, this tenfold, when you give all you can give, it's going to come back to you tenfold. Well, that's amazing. And I have seen it in action myself. One time we had a fly baby who was in upstate New York or somewhere. And they had a fire, and I asked everybody to pray for them. And we set up a donation page. Well, lo and behold, this lady was going to write a check for, $10 or something and send to this family. And I checked it all out. I knew it was true. I called Walmart locally and because my sister worked for Walmart at the time, and I know Dina remembers this. And this lady was writing a check, and her husband added a zero to the check. And he wasn't the giving kind, but he wanted to give to them. If you've ever been through a house fire, you know how bad it is. And then in a few weeks, in just like a couple of weeks, he got a check. This was back after Hurricane Floyd hit North Carolina. He got a check, and it was several years after Hurricane Floyd, from an insurance company for all the tools he'd lost. For all the tools he lost. And it was $1,000 worth of tools. So that $100, or I'm just using that as an example, it could have been $100, it could have been $200, I don't know. He gave, and he got that back in return. So my nephew got to see that happen. He gave all the stamps he had to this friend who was writing his family, and the next day he got a book of stamps, and it had a little bit of extra to it. A book of stamps that smelled like popsicles. Scratch and sniff popsicles. How cute is that? So whoever did that, you made a point to somebody that needed a little lesson. And it was good for him. It was good. So check out those hot spots. Wherever you've got them, I bet you can find some stuff in those hot spots that we're missing. My little bin, it wasn't a hot spot, but it had captured something that I had lost. So what else is going on today? It's cold and nasty here. Just cold and nasty. I think I want to build a fire in a little bit. And so yesterday, this is the first thing Ben wanted to know from me today. He said, Aunt Marla, do you like Star Wars? And I said, yeah, I've watched Star Wars. I've watched every Star Wars movie. He said, you told me something the other day, and it stuck with me, and I'd never heard it before, because I'm not a Star Wars fan. But my sponsor said, your Aunt Marla watches Star Wars. She got this from Yoda. And I said, what did I say? And he said, you said trying is lying. And when I told my sponsor that, he said, Yoda said that. Well, I didn't remember Yoda said it. But if I stole it accidentally from Yoda, it's a good thing. I don't know where I got it. Just like I don't know where chaos came from. But it is what it is. Can't have anyone over syndrome. And Oh, it's flooding in Chattanooga. It's flooding here too. We've had 6.5 inches in the last day. And hey, Justin just logged on. I saw him pop up. Main thing I don't think Yoda said that, but I think he did. If people who are Star Wars fans, but it doesn't matter. Trying is lying. If you say, "Oh, I'll give it a try," and you don't do anything about it, you just lied. So, to do or not do, there is no try. That's good. That's what Yoda said. To do or not do, there is no try. So, let's go clean off a hotspot and see what we can find. And thanks, everybody, for the quotes. And you just have to laugh at yourself. That's just all it is. You just have to laugh. It's just so funny. We've got Justin's dog with us, and they are just Molly and Tulip. They're just two peas in a pod. They just like to chase things, and they get after stuff, and they just have a good time together. I don't know what Tulip has done without Molly being here, but they're happy again. And Justin was afraid Molly wouldn't eat. I had to send him a picture last night of the three of the dogs lined up with their bowls in front of them. They're so happy. And this morning, Molly got to eat all by herself because the other two ran wild in the front yard. Well, everybody, y'all have a good rest of the day. Go out and do something fun. My family is doing a lot of fun stuff right now. They're having a good time. And thank you for all your prayers for my friend who has got the blood clots. Y'all are just precious. I'm going to put them all in a document this afternoon and send them to him. Even if you haven't sent me your prayers, I'm going to send him all these prayers, and he is going to be so thankful for all of you. Thank you so much. You are touching lives. You are helping people. And just by a note to Ben, or even one of you wrote one of his friends and sent him some stamps. So, folks, y'all are touching lives. You're making a great way to help. You're stepping out of yourself to help others. It's giving of yourself. You're not just talking about doing it, you're actually doing it. And it is making a difference. And I know me stepping out of myself, I used to think I could only do one show a week. But I'm finding out I can take time out of my day every single day to talk to you. And you're loving it. I'm loving it. I'm getting a lot out of it. We are having fun because we get to talk to each other. And let me tell you some of the things that are going on. The sale for our multi-wand, I love this thing. I absolutely love this thing. In fact, I saw something I need to clean out, but I don't think I can do it without climbing. So I may have to get Robert. I looked up today. I want you all to look up and look into your light fixture diffusers. I just saw 3 moths dead in the bottom of my light fixture. And this is a brand new light fixture. Last year I accidentally broke the one and it fell right on top of me. It fell right on top of me. And luckily I had on my shoes. That's another good reason to wear your shoes. This sale goes off March 1st. Got it? Last day to order this and it be on sale is March 1st. Right now we have the extra large mop cloth and mop head and a handle is the mop itself is, this part is half price. So it's $29.94 for this and 2 other mop cloths. So you'll get 3 mop cloths, this and a handle. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, my favorite rubber scrubber. I couldn't do without this thing. This thing, I use it every night getting in the bed because we have this little dog And even if I brush her, she still brings little bitty grains of sand to bed. And I don't sleep well. So I always give a quick little brush to the sheets, even if they've just been put on the bed. What else? Oh, thank you so much for all your reviews. We got 8 of them yesterday. 8 of them. I don't know if they had just held off and hadn't posted them or what, but bam, all of a sudden I had 8 more. So on our new book, the Chaos Cure. And then let's see, calendars are really low. These are getting low too, so get that ordered. Trying to think what else we got on sale. Oh, dish towels. Where are my dish towels? There they are. These are half price. 3 of them for $5.97, I believe it is. So, folks, and there's a coupon code right now is Boogie905. And next week, what is next week's code? I've been working with it. I don't know, but you'll see it tomorrow. Isn't it amazing how much money you can save when you do a little menu planning? And the money you can save the first week will buy this calendar to help you with your menu planning. This calendar is an amazing menu planning tool. And that's not where it is. Oh well, I've lost the tape. There was some tape from you think I need to clean this out? Yep. There's some tape that's sticky note tape. Post-it note tape. I didn't even know it. And it's on Amazon. Maybe you don't need to work for a budget for the whole year. Just do 1 week at a time. See how much money you can save just by eating out of your freezer. Look at what's in your freezer and what can you make with it. You'll be surprised. Okay, folks. I love you all. Have some fun today. Get out there and enjoy yourself. Bye.